Have you ever wondered what is beyond your macros and how can you work towards the results and the dreams that you have for creating a better body and better health? Well, today I'm going to be giving you a tutorial on how you can use what's called a Keto Mojo to deliver better results and to help you create the body and health you want. And so let's get started. I'm Debbie, creator of Deborah Cook Coaching. Today is a tutorial on using your Keto Mojo so that you can get better results, you can have better data, and understand the impact that food is having on your body. So let's get started. It is about 9:30 and I waited actually about 10 o'clock, and I have waited to take my blood sugar level so I could show you in real time whether I would make a decision to eat. Normally my eating window is 9, 1, and 5, but I wanted to be able to show you where I'm at and how I would make a decision for my first meal. So I'm going to show you how to use your Keto Mojo. So we're going to open up your container, your cute little kit, and this is your Keto Mojo device. It measures ketones and glucose, so that's cool that one device will let us know both. And in terms of ketones, blood measurement measures something called beta hydroxybutyrate, which is that's like the queen of ketones. And ketones, it really, I think in the world we're making it too complicated. Ketones are a byproduct of you using your own fat for fuel. So your fat has been mobilized and your body is able to use it for fuel production. And the byproduct of that metabolic system is something called ketones. And BHB, or beta hydroxybutyrate, is a ketone that your body loves, your brain loves. And so when we can get into what's called nutritional ketosis, and there are different levels, it is not a diabetic state, and people get that confused. This is nutritional ketosis, and I'm going to measure to see if my body is mobilizing my own fat for fuel. And the sweet spot is going to be a reading of 1 to 1.5. But anywhere between 0.5 and 1.5 is ideal. But the sweet spot is 1 to 1.5. And then the other thing that my machine is going to read is my glucose level. So what impact are the foods that I'm eating having on my blood sugar level? And the primary impact is going to be from those carbohydrates. So we're going to see that today. So here, your lancet and needle are going to allow you to do a quick little poke. You'll barely be able to feel it, and we'll do our own little blood draw together. So I'm going to unscrew my Keto Mojo. I'm going to put my needle in, give it a good push. Then I'm going to take the top off so I can dispose of all of this appropriately. And there I am. Now I'm going to put my cap back on, and I'm going to check what level I'm at. So if I'm fully hydrated, a 2 or 3 works really well for me. And so I'm going to have it on a 3 today. And then what you'll want to do is take an alcohol swab or make sure that your hands have been properly washed. And I'm going to clean off a finger, and you're going to use one of your first 3 fingers on either hand. Okay? And I rotate so that I don't end up bruising my fingers. So there. I'm going to pull back the trigger. And then there's the little, when I'm ready, I'll press that and that releases the trigger. So I have my finger prepared. I'm going to poke on the side and towards the top. And remember, you can get instructions inside of your kit. It comes with good instructions, but I know some of us are better at visual learning. So now I have a draw of blood, And I should have done this before, but before you start, I want you to tear open your strips. The brown is for your glucose reading, and I'm going to start with my brown, and then I've got a blue for my ketone readings. And I should have done this before I poked, so do this before you poke. Get it ready. Okay, so let's start with my glucose reading. So I take my strip out, and the end that you want to go in is the one with the flat line, the line going horizontal. Okay, that needs to go into your machine, and then your machine will automatically pop on. Okay, my machine automatically came on when I put the strip in. So now I am going to squeeze my finger one more time to make sure that I have a good drop of blood. And then I'm going to hold my Keto Mojo at an angle. Hold my Keto Mojo at an angle to my finger. And now that beep is that it has, and I am at a 106. So I just had a really hard run, and often after a really hard cardiovascular run, my blood sugar level goes up. So what I'm going to do is go for a walk, and I'm not going to eat until I'm 85. Okay, so I'm not going to eat until I'm 85. So that I'm glad that I got that, because it shows you that no matter what time of the day, if your body isn't prepared, it's not time to eat. And so now I'm going after my ketone reading. So I'm going to give my finger a little squeeze. I may have to poke again. Those holes quickly dry up. So I think I'm going to poke again. I'm going to pull my trigger back and use the same finger and get a fresh draw. Now I'm going to hold the Keto Mojo at an angle, and like a straw, it draws the blood up. And now I'm waiting for my ketone reading. Okay, so this is interesting. I don't know if you can see it, but I am at a 1.8, which means I'm in the sweet spot of my body using fat for fuel. And since I haven't eaten since 6 last night, I know that my high blood sugar level is a result of that really hard cardiovascular workout. And this is one of the reasons, it's another lesson, but that hard cardiovascular workouts should be done like that in your whole training scope, right? And so I am at a 1.8, which means I am right in the sweet spot of where I want to be. So now I'm going to pull that out, okay? And I'm going to take my needle out of my lancet, okay? And I'm going to stick the needle back in, and then you can read up on how to dispose of all of your things. And so I've got my 2 strips. Now, I think what I'm going to show you real quick is sometimes which side of the body, you might get a different glucose reading. And so I think I'll take one on this other side just to show you. So there's my device, and I'm going to take a glucose, which is a brown wrapper, and I'm going to open that up and get it ready so that when so I've got it ready, and then I'm going to take another of my needles. Okay, and you can buy these at Walgreens, Walmart, and most will just fit right into your lancet, okay? Most will fit right into your lancet. So now pop that in, screw off your lid. Okay, now I'm going to be at I'm going to put a level 3 on my needle, pull back my trigger, and I'm going to go to another hand, the alcohol swab. Okay, now I'm going to go to another hand. another hand like I have 5. Okay, and there is a drop of blood. Now I'm going to put my fresh strip into my device, and my device will automatically pop on. You hear the beep when it's ready. And then I put it at an angle, and now that second beep is it's ready to read. So now this is interesting. I'm at 74, and I was 106 over here. So I'm so glad that happened, because that is showing us that the strip could have been bad. There might have been maybe some alcohol on my finger. Maybe the exposed blood too long, because remember there's chemicals on the strip, and that's how it comes up with the reading. So what I'm going to do is take my readings. I think I'll go for about a 15-minute walk. That usually drops my blood sugar level, and then take it real quick one more time. But 74, 106, one of them isn't right. And so I'm just going to kind of take the average and say that I'm right there about 85. And that means that it's time for breakfast. So I'll go for my 15-minute walk, and then I'll do it. I'm so glad it happened this way, because these aren't perfect. It's a tool that you're going to use to help you decide the impact of the food you eat. And then you're going to use it on the ketone side to look at whether your body is mobilizing fat for fuel. Now, because my ketones were 1.8, I'm going to assume that the 106 was a mistake and that I'm definitely around 85. But just to be sure, I'm going to go on a 15-minute walk, and then I'm prepped for breakfast. So I hope that this helped on how to prep and use your device, and you understand the language. Now, in your device, you probably also got 2 cleaning solutions, and you can read your instruction booklet on your cleaning solutions. So the highlights, when you run out of needles, you can either order those through Keto Mojo, or you can get them at Walmart, Walgreens, wherever you shop. But your strips, you have to get through Keto Mojo. These are tied together, okay? And if the machine thinks that it was an error, it's going to give you an E for error reading, and you'll know, retake it. Mine had just read it differently, so maybe the strip was a bad strip. Like I said, the alcohol, something. So I hope this helped. This is probably a 5 or 6 minute video for you. And now I'm going to stop, and I'm going to do a second video today on the 3 steps of using your Keto Mojo to get better results. So I'll see you in just a minute. Have a great day, and if you have any questions, you can always email us, Debbie at Deborah Cook Coaching, and I will share some info on how maybe where to go to get some further information on your Keto Mojo.